holiday dreams come true at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and HomeGoods. With amazing gifts for everyone on your list.
Tomorrow on E.T., we're with Will Smith. He's hitting the red carpet for the first time since the infamous Oscar slap.
Plus, our Christina Hall exclusive, talking married life, co-parenting, and saying goodbye to flip or flop forever.
I can't look back like that.
Before we go, a sad day in the music world.
Yes, indeed.
Longtime Fleetwood Mac band member Christine McVie has passed away.
Yeah, we're going to leave you now with our time with the music legend. Bye, everybody.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
I've always been quite content, stuck behind my wall of ivories. I like that position. I'm not exactly the most visible.
Happening now.
DPS says the wanted fugitive who ran from multiple agencies here in Floresville, this is where the shooting ended. We'll tell you who that man was and why he was running from police.
It's day 3 of the trial of a former Border Patrol agent accused of being a serial killer in Laredo. Today, interrogation video played with his alleged confession. That's coming up.
And temperatures drop even more tomorrow. We'll talk about how cool it's going to be, along with when we actually warm up. And another cold front is on the horizon. We'll see you in a bit. The news at 5 starts right now.
And first at 5, a man involved in a shootout with Floresville police has now died. We've been following this story since it first broke yesterday.
Yeah, the shooting caused the Floresville High School to be placed on lockdown for hours. The man involved was a fugitive. He died at a hospital after Floresville police shot him.
And we now have his mug shot and know his name. He is Raimundo Flores, according to DPS.
Our Camelia Juarez returned to those multiple scenes in Floresville.
I hear three or four different gunshots, so I just go into my house.
James Robinson says he took shelter from the exchange of gunfire outside his RV home, where he and neighbors saw Raimundo Flores shooting at officers.
I just hunkered down, stopped listening because more gunshots and these RVs are nothing but metals.
Texas Rangers are still investigating. DPS says the chase began near Floresville High School, then crossed the street towards the back of this rent-a-center. People who live in this RV park tell us that they heard gunshots coming from this direction. They saw Flores and officers chasing him. He went around the trailers and into that green space where they heard more gunshots, and the chase ended there. Neighbors say they had seen Flores prior to the shooting, and he appeared to be mentally unstable.
He screamed out. The DPS trooper was trying to talk him down, like, say, "Hey, buddy, we just want to talk to you. We want to get you out of this situation." And he yells out, "I'm suicidal," and fires at the cop 3 times.
According to Guadalupe County records, Flores had 2 evading arrest with a vehicle charges. He had one in July of 2021 and earlier this year. Texas Rangers continue to investigate this case. Camelia Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
Today, for the very first time, a jury heard a former Border Patrol supervisor accused of murder speak, but he's not testifying. Juan David Ortiz is on trial for the murder of 4 sex workers in Webb County in 2018. Erica Hernandez in court as the interrogation video was shown today.
After his capture and arrest, Juan David Ortiz was taken to a Webb County Sheriff's Office substation. Investigators were wanting to know if he is behind the murders of 2 women and the attack of another in September 2018. This is the first time the jury is seeing this interrogation video, as Ortiz is interviewed for almost 10 hours, which is expected to play almost in its entirety. Ortiz agrees to speak to investigators at around 3:20 a.m. on September 15, 2018. He tells them about being a Border Patrol officer, a veteran, and how in early 2018 had to start seeing a doctor at the VA office in Laredo. Ortiz says he was concerned he may have an alcohol problem. He also explains why he ran away from DPS troopers a few hours earlier. This is just the beginning of this long video. Coming up at 6, we'll look more at this interrogation video and what he is saying or not saying about his encounter with Erica Peña, who is a witness we heard from on Monday, who claims to have gotten away from him during an attack. At the Coronel Reeves Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
A dumpster on fire, then a part of a restaurant on fire, both within 30 minutes of each other, less than a mile apart on the northwest side. But San Antonio police say both are just a coincidence. The fire first started. It happened at 5 a.m. on Fredericksburg Road, one of those fires near the medical center area. A dumpster on fire behind a dental office. A man nearby told police he threw a cigarette in the dumpster. Firefighters were able to put it out, but then moved to a second fire at the Mirage Cafe. Officials say that fire started on the patio and spread to the main part of the building.
He denied being the driver, and now a Converse police officer is not only facing charges for a crash, but he could also be out of a job. 23-year-old Justin Alexander was arrested for DWI last Friday. San Antonio police say he was involved in a single car crash on Applewhite Road near South Zarzamora. Police say a witness saw his vehicle weaving through traffic before then flipping several times into a ditch. Alexander told police he was a passenger and that the driver ran off. But a second witness told officers that he was the only person that was pulled from that vehicle. He has since been placed on administrative duty pending an internal investigation. From burglaries to murders, crime is up in San Antonio. According to SAPD, there's been a nearly 12% jump in serious crime from January through October. That's compared to the same time period last year. Crimes against society, which include things like drugs and weapons charges, are up by a smaller amount as crimes against persons, though that includes a big jump in homicides. But it's a spike in property crimes like vandalism, burglary, thefts, and motor vehicle thefts that have driven the overall rise in crime in the city.
The last 2 years, we've seen a lot of catalytic converter thefts, which have shot through the roof. That contributes to a lot. We've seen a lot of property thefts, which that would fall into that category. We've had a lot of thefts from porches. I think somebody mentioned porch pirates, and we're going to see a lot of that during the holidays.
SAPD has also been working on what they're calling a micro hotspot initiative to focus efforts on areas with certain violent crimes, but they've just switched those resources to focus more on vehicle thefts for the holiday season.
After wind gusts between 30 and 40 miles per hour today, we've pumped the brakes a bit on the wind. Right now we're steady at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, but only gusting up to 20, and the wind will quickly subside. We're feeling the cooler temperatures, though, compared to the low 80s we had yesterday. Right now, 59 in Lakey, Floresville, 59 degrees. You get to New Braunfels, 58, Lavernia currently at 57. As we go through the evening, you're going to feel the chill. Less wind, but a clear sky and dry air, calmer wind will really help us cool off. We'll be in the mid-40s by midnight, and I'll break it down how cool and where for tomorrow morning, because I do think some locations will dip down into the 30s. We'll get into those details and get ready for another cloudy stretch with some dampness on the way. I'll time that out for you in a bit.
All right, thank you, Adam. You know, things quiet in South Texas last night. The same could not be said for other states in the South. People here working to clean up significant tornado damage. At least 2 reported dead, dozens of homes damaged. Gloria Pazmino tells us about the recovery efforts underway now that the tornado threat appears to be over.
She was just screaming and hollering. Everybody was scared.
Severe storms and tornadoes swept through parts of the South Tuesday into Wednesday morning. The National Weather Service said at least 30 reports of tornadoes were made since Tuesday afternoon, mostly in central and southern Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana.
You know, we're about to sit down and eat, and wind started hitting. We tried to got to a safe place as fast as possible, and as soon as we got there, it was over.
I made it into what I call a safe room, and by the time I got there, it was over. It might have lasted maybe 15 seconds.
In Mississippi, an entire bridge washed out. Trucks overturned on the highway, and a local firehouse sustaining major damage.
From what it looks like right now, this building will have to come down, and we'll have to start the rebuild process.
In Alabama, this apartment complex was ripped apart, exposing the inside of homes. Displaced residents taking shelter at a local middle school. Threats of severe weather remained during Wednesday morning, but the system is expected to diminish through the afternoon as it makes its way across southeast Georgia and North Florida. I'm Gloria Pasmino reporting.
One of the survivors of the recent deadly mass shooting at a Walmart in Virginia is now suing Walmart. In that $50 million suit, employee Danya Prelo accuses Walmart of negligence. She claims the company knew that the shooter had, quote, known propensities for violence, threats, and strange behavior, end quote. She was in the break room when investigators say the store manager went on a shooting rampage before then killing himself. 6 victims died in that shooting spree. In a statement, Walmart says, quote, we are reviewing the complaint and will be responding as appropriate with the court.
A bus full of migrants now in Philadelphia after traveling from Del Rio. Officials there report 49 of them arrived about 10 this morning. The group now being cared for at a welcoming facility. Officials say this is the 5th bus to arrive this month. More than 300 busloads of migrants traveled to different parts of the U.S. since April to places like New York, Chicago, Washington, D.C. The state of Texas has spent about $26 million on these trips, according to the Texas Department of Emergency Management.
VIA is honoring the late civil rights icon Rosa Parks, who was most known for her pivotal role in the Montgomery, Alabama bus boycott. VIA offering fare-free rides for Rosa Parks Day tomorrow. People can ride free all day on the VIA bus, VIA Trans, and VIA Link trips. Just show up or book a trip as usual. Rosa Parks Day is observed on December 1st because it is the day that she was arrested for refusing to give up her seat to make room for a white passenger. That was 67 years ago tomorrow.
Boy, have people stepped up. Here at KSAT, we want to extend a huge thank you and gratitude to our viewers for helping us not only reach our goal, but exceed it. Team KSAT has raised more than $26,000 for the No Shave November fundraiser. The money raised will go to 13 different cancer foundations to be used towards research, prevention, and education. Today, November 30th, which means it's the last day to donate. For a link to do so, just head to KSAT.com. Again, we appreciate the support for a good cause. And if you want to watch some of us get our beards shaved off, including me, we're doing that live at 9 a.m. during the 9 a.m. show tomorrow.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
The shave off. Well, you might not be able to provide the plane ticket or the train ticket, but you can still get your traveling friends and family something special this year. The gifts to search for the person looking for an out-and-about experience.
Check out traffic outside. We're at I-35 in Brooklyn, not far from the KSAT 12 studios, and you can see it is slow going, especially on the upper decks. The lower level also slowing down, at least in one direction, but no major traffic accidents to tell you about at this time.
Here's what you can expect on the news at 6 o'clock today. His testimony helped get an ex-constable convicted, but will it now help her case on appeal? Why a Texas Ranger was held in contempt of court.
The pool for District 10 City Council replacement applicants is 17. Today, City Council members will be narrowing that down to 3 who will replace Clayton Perry while he's on a sabbatical after facing DWI and hit-and-run charges. The results of the vote at 6.
You know, a lot of people finally getting back to traveling, and if that's you, maybe someone on your holiday shopping list, 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz has some ideas for people on the go.
For people on the go, there are certain travel essentials that can make the trip even better.
When you're traveling, you want the comforts of home, but maybe not the weight of all the comforts of home. So we culled a list of quality products that are also travel friendly.
Travelers need to stay hydrated, so Consumer Reports suggests this Camelback Podium Chill. It's easy to tote, and once the valve is closed, it won't leak. Next up, baggage, the kind you want. This Patagonia duffel bag converts to a backpack for the adventurer. It's $129. For a more traditional carry-on, this made-by-design hard shell is durable, very easy to maneuver, and comes in fun colors. It's $90 at Target. Need to pack a lightweight hairdryer? Testers found this weightless dryer from Rusk gets nice and hot, but doesn't singe your hair like some hotel hairdryers can. Finally, experiential gifts are an unexpected and thoughtful idea.
These gifts can be anything from self-care like a massage or yoga class to learning something new like a language or a cooking class. Buy them an experience for when they get to their next location.
Or even for when they get back home. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
By now, you probably already have your Christmas plans in order, but what about New Year's? No need to worry because San Antonio having its own official celebration. It's going to be happening on New Year's Eve on South Alamo Street between Market and Cesar E. Chavez Boulevard, along with at the Arneson River Theater with live music and, of course, a fireworks show at midnight being put on by the San Antonio Parks Foundation, and it is free to the public.
Let's take a look outside with Sky 12 flying high above the Alamo City from the vantage point here of Woodlawn Lake Park, looking towards downtown. It's sure feeling a lot more festive, a lot more like the holiday season out there now.
I like that shot from
It's
Sky
pretty
12.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful day out there, Adam.
A great day to give away something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 'tis the season. Yes, I've been excited for this. We get ready for this every year. And Santa Jim of Windcrest has been helping me out with the cutouts, but it's the annual thermometer ornament giveaway. Homemade thermometer ornaments. First winner today, Jesse Bouchan of San Antonio, the Jesse Bouchan who will shortly be receiving an email from me. KSAT.com/thermometer to enter the drawing. It's what I do every year. Y'all know I give away about 2 a day between Thanksgiving and Christmas. All right, the wind has really subsided, but the cool air is going to stick around. Let's take a look at our temperatures across the state. And you notice we've got 30s up in the hill country. Amarillo 38, Lubbock 39. Meanwhile, around town here, 58 right now in San Antonio, Del Rio at 61. And for the most part, a mixture of 50s and low 60s. Carrizo Springs at 63, meanwhile Gonzales at 57. You're going to feel the chill throughout the day tomorrow, mainly because clouds will be overspreading our area starting early tomorrow morning. So 50s to near 60 now, but we'll be dropping through the 40s this evening. And tomorrow morning, I think we'll have some upper 30s on the map. Bulverde, New Braunfels, Canyon Lake, about 36 to 39 in the morning. Comfort about 35. In and around San Antonio and Bexar County, about 41 degrees is what we're thinking to kickstart your Thursday morning. Then by the afternoon, remember, low clouds really shading us from the sun, and it looks like high temperatures in the mid-50s tomorrow afternoon, about 55 to 57 in and around San Antonio and Bexar County, some 60s farther south. But you look at our temperature trend, and it's a roller coaster ride. 55 tomorrow, up to 68 on Friday. Then Saturday afternoon, we cool back into the upper 50s, only to rebound again next week well into the 70s. So up and down temperatures. Just keep the jacket or sweatshirt handy and within reach the next few days. And then by Sunday, Monday timeframe, you're just not going to need it as much, especially as the humidity returns, and that means warmer mornings. Speaking of humidity returning, we're going to have some of that. It's going to lead to more fog, drizzle, and dampness in the days ahead. Here's our visible satellite imagery. Clear skies right now, but we're going to have that overrunning moisture. The cool air at the ground will have warmer air coming up and over it, and that's going to increase our cloud cover tomorrow morning. We're already seeing that in deep South Texas and down near the valley. That's going to overspread our neck of the woods pretty quickly around sunrise tomorrow. So shortly after sunrise, a gray sky takes over, and then it's going to lead back into a pretty consistent pattern of clouds, fog, and drizzle. Notice our futurecast even showing some little sprinkles here and there. Late Thursday night and all the way through Friday morning, a few hundredths of an inch possible periodically, basically Friday through the weekend and even into Monday. We're just going to be stuck in one of those patterns again, that clouds are going to dominate and we'll have some dampness, but it's not going to add up to much. Actual real rain chances, only about 20 to 30%, and for the most part, closer to 20%. And that's generally just sprinkles and very light rain. So, yeah, dampness and clouds, but unfortunately no good moisture to show for it. 41 at 7 a.m. tomorrow. By noon, we're up to 50 degrees. Low gray clouds in place. Those clouds get even lower by tomorrow evening. We'll have a high of 55, but after sunset tomorrow, that's when the sprinkles will set in. And we'll have those light sprinkles here and there throughout Friday. Morning fog and drizzle Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So we'll have some dreary mornings where it's going to be hard to get out of bed and get moving, and some dampness, but not adding up to much. And there's that temperature roller coaster. Just remember, 70s are in sight next week.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
All right. So our San Antonio Spurs need to end this streak. Will it happen tonight?
Yes, an 8-game losing streak. Remember those classic battles in the playoffs between Tim, Tony, and Manu, KD, and of course Westlake and Harden? Well, those guys are all gone, and now it's rebuilding for both teams. And will that streak end tonight? We'll get you ready for that. And are the Cowboys still interested in OBJ after what happened this weekend over the plane incident? Coming up. Our San Antonio Spurs will try and snap out of their 8-game losing streak when they face the Thunder in Oklahoma City tonight. This comes after back-to-back losses to the Lakers here in San Antonio on last Friday and Saturday night. Now, one of the things the Spurs have been working on is their transition defense that has struggled. Also, this is not the same rivalry that used to exist between these two teams in the playoffs. The Big Three versus the Big Three. Tim, Tony, and Manu versus KD, Westbrook, and Harden. Now both the Spurs and the Thunder are in rebuilding stages of their franchises.
You know, it was just a great series to watch always. You know, it was always going to be competitive, and, you know, obviously things are a little different now. We're a lot younger, and we're building for the future, but we're two of the best organizations at building for the future, so I think it'd be a good game.
All right, here's a matchup for tonight, 7 o'clock tip time. Highlights for you tonight on the Night Beat.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
As the Dallas Cowboys prepare for their Sunday night game against the Indianapolis Colts, the controversy surrounding Odell Beckham Jr. is being addressed by team owner Jerry Jones on his weekly radio show. The Cowboys are one of the teams that are looking to sign the free agent wide receiver in the next few days, but was taken off a plane in Miami over the weekend after he declined to leave. That's after he appeared to be drifting in and out of consciousness. All of the passengers had to leave the plane, after which officials escorted him off the aircraft. Does that incident alter the Cowboys' interest?
No, it did not. Those are not his overall team compatibility. His judgment, his behavior is not an issue with him. It is with many, but not with him.
Okay, didn't quite understand the last part of that, but I'll give him credit. No. Odell Beckham Jr. met with the Cowboys on Monday, and his attorney says that his client was trying to sleep, and the incident was due to an overzealous flight attendant. While the University of the Incarnate Word Cardinals prepare for the second-round playoff game against Furman on Saturday at 1 at Benson Stadium, head coach G.J. Kinney is having to deal with reports that he could be the next head coach at his alma mater, Tulsa or Texas State. Both have fired their head coaches, looking for replacements. One thing Kinney doesn't want this is becoming a distraction for his team, getting ready to participate in the second round and a win that could possibly help propel them to a championship game in January. Ironically, former UIW head coach Eric Morris, who was replaced by Kinney after he was named the offensive coordinator at Washington State, is also a candidate for the Texas State job as well. That means one thing, that UIW produces some really good coaches.
That's what I was going to say. That's a sign of success right there.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Greg.
We'll be right back.
Tomorrow morning, a chilly start right near 40 degrees. You'll want the jacket, of course, for the morning and even the afternoon. We're not going to see a big improvement. 55 by the afternoon, gray, cloudy day, and then some sprinkles developing tomorrow night. And then we get into that foggy, drizzly, damp pattern again that we had for 9 days in a row, just under a week ago. And that's going to last Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday with big temperature swings, 60s and even some upper 50s then.
All right. Thank you, Adam. And thank you for watching the News at 5.
World News is up next. And you know what? Let's do this all over again at 6 o'clock.
How about it?
Just different stories, but you know what I'm saying.
We'll see you then.
Yeah.